Okay, this is my second Nintendo Switch console. I had some issues with the first one and did return it in place of this unit here. Now that did give me an opportunity to test various things between the two consoles, but one of the things that did stand out noticeably was that the first console I had absolutely zero movement in this area here. No matter what I did, it did not move. Now this unit here, whilst it's perfect in every other way, it has a fair amount of wobble in both this area here and this area here. So both joins were giving me some grief. So if, like me, that is something that bothers you, I've discovered a solution and an easy way to fix the problem. So that no matter what Joy-Cons you put on your console, it's going to be nice and tight. That's the thing with the first unit that I had. At that time I had all 4 Joy-Con controllers to test, and it did not matter which Joy-Con controller I tested on that console, they were always firm and tight. So it definitely says or indicates that there's a difference in the builds between the consoles, and you know that is proven by the gap that just didn't exist in that area there and that area there on my first unit. So this console is working perfectly. The Wi-Fi seems to be okay. The Joy-Cons that I've got on this unit here, they are capable of 15 meters and greater distance away from the Switch console, something which the other 2 controllers on my first unit just were unable to achieve. So these systems are not all equal in many different aspects, so just be wary of that. Now, what I did to resolve this was quite simple. I've just picked up some vinyl that I use in other areas on my bike. It's very thin. You might find something that you use to cover books with, or some black electrical tape. I only had blue, so I didn't use this. I'll just put this phone down for a bit and disconnect the Joy-Con controllers, and I'll demonstrate to you where the issue seems to lie. So what I simply did was cut a few sheets of vinyl, and the trick was just to determine the amount of vinyl I needed to eliminate the gap that exists between the Joy-Con controller and the Switch console when it slides into place. So I'll show you what I've put on the console is a very, very small strip of vinyl right there. That is 3 sheets of vinyl piggybacked on top of each other. So basically 1, 2, 3 were stuck on top of each other, and then the shape that was required, I cut it out the right size and just put it there. And I did the same for the left side where my blue controller goes. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just pick that up. But yeah, there it is. So just a little square. For me, I needed 3 sheets of ultra fine vinyl. You might only need 2, you may only need 1. But having done that, what it's achieved is there is 0 gap for me now in between the console and the controller, where prior to putting that vinyl in its place there was a substantial gap which allowed the Joy-Con to move about while I was handling it in portable mode. The blue side was admittedly worse than the red, and I mean now it's completely closed up the gap and eliminated the movement that used to exist there. It's amazing just how tight that is now. Prior there would be a gap opening up along this seam here all the way through, which doesn't happen now when I apply pressure. And I mean, I'm holding that with one hand and flipping it about, so that's pretty good. So it's an experiment to determine how much thickness you need. When I use the electrical tape, two bits of tape stuck on top of each other were enough. So if you don't have vinyl, if you don't have any contact for books, for the covering, it's another idea, another product you might use, then just go grab some tape and hope that it sticks well enough. So anyway, that works for me. I hope it works for you guys, and good luck with it. Cheers.